Today I'm exploring the Beitou area, which is known for its hot springs all around, and I'm going to be covering what there is to do, what there is to see, most importantly, why you should come here. Hi, if we don't know each other yet, I'm Rita and I share my adventure and experience-driven travel mindset, hopefully inspiring others to go beyond their comfort zones and see more. Click that subscribe button now to join me on this Taiwan travel adventure and beyond. I love that there's always this melodical music playing when the train arrives rather than just the ding ding sound. And we're actually queuing up to enter the train as well in a super straight and fair queue. I got one spot. To get to Beitou, we are taking a red line, which is supposed to bring us right up to where we need to go, and then we can either walk or take a bus to one of the hot springs. Let's see what happens when we arrive. Just look at the design of this little train. Taiwan has customized the interior in the hot springs theme, which is not only a nice little touch, but also brings you in the full hot springs mindset. Okay, now I think we have arrived. Inside there was lots of information for tourists, and the train itself was so nicely designed, even for kids, with some entertainment, some screens. Of course I got a tourist map, so now I look like the most perfect tourist. I don't think I got the correct map because this is about a national forest, but it's so beautiful. It just keeps surprising me, this country with its beauty. We are here now in the city center of Beitou, I think, or ready to go to all the hot springs attraction here. Not far from the train station there is a museum of the Aboriginal or indigenous culture of Taiwan, and it's all free to visit. It's 3 floors tall, so lots to see and lots to learn, and I love that it's free. It just speaks so much about the Taiwanese culture to offer these types of museums for free. Definitely worth a visit. During the colonial times, it was actually the Japanese that brought the bathing culture to Taiwan, and they brought it here to Beitou as well, which is why lots of buildings here will have Japanese architecture. When you enter some of the museums, you still have to take off your shoes and put on slippers, just as if you're in Japan. But the architecture around here, combined with the Taiwanese architecture, is a very special combination, I have to say. Super unique. And one of them is actually the public library up here, which is a nice place to go to the library too, I think. One thing that I did see though is on Klug, you can actually buy a day pass to some of the resorts here. So you don't have to stay the night, you can book just an onsen session for yourself, as well as some lunch or dinner options are included as well. And we are just walking around and we already found a small little waterfall with natural water. Probably it is the hot spring water, but I don't feel the egg smell yet. So I'm still waiting for that oof smell to come to my face. It's very, very scenic already and so relaxing. I'm heading now to the old train station, what used to be the old station for people to arrive to Beitou back in the day when they wanted to come here to the onsens, or hot springs as they are called in Taiwan. Taking off shoes now. Socks as well? It's okay? Okay. Thank you. Oh, so organized. Thank you. Packed in my shoes inside and so organized. They're volunteers over here. Bam, and this is my key. And I have been put into slippers. It's even roughly my size. The former bathing house has 2 floors. The bottom one is where people used to have their baths, and then they would come up to the 2nd floor where we are at right now to relax, have a cup of tea, talk to each other, enjoy the nature around. It's so interesting to read that the bathing culture started developing when the first hotels started building up here as well in the city. So it became a tourist hub, and now it is still a tourist hub. On the second floor here, you have the balcony where people used to relax, as well as this area right here where people sit on now. And this bathing house is really just like a memory capsule between all the areas and people that went through here, from the Japanese to the American soldiers that used this place also for our relaxation, as well as locals now at the moment and us tourists. There's a lot of information available in the museum, and what I love the most is that there are actual pictures of how everything used to look like. It really is like a time capsule. I found the bath with the windows being open and the nature outside. Wow, look at the view people had. The bathhouse is actually not used for any kind of bathing purposes anymore. It's purely a museum now. It's actually quite a bit big bathing space. Like, it's a big sized pool for thinking this was used back in the day. You also have a picture on here how it used to look like when it was full on active. And it says that kind of the design in here was Rome inspired. I've just noticed that there's nothing really protected now from us walking on the same path where people used to walk on. So the flooring is totally open, as well as like these old wooden hangers that probably people used to hang their towels or something. And that's amazing. I love when museums kind of restore it in a way that makes it very accessible to you nowadays as well. There's so much more to learn here in the museum, and if you're interested in that topic, you can definitely like walk around and read lots and lots about it. I wish I had the time, but we have to move on. Thank you very much. Yay, so excited. Gonna go change now into my bathing suit. I'm so excited to try the public baths over here. Let's see how they are. And filming inside is not allowed, so I'm gonna see you later. Bye. We just came out of the hot spring and it has been amazing. I'm so happy we came to the public one, because I've actually read quite negative reviews on Google, and I absolutely think this place does not deserve these reviews. And I'm happy that we proved it wrong for ourselves. The hottest one was 45 degrees hot. I was melting inside. Nevertheless, there's like lots of shadow, and there are 2 cold pools as well as different temperature warm pools. I think in total 4 warm pools with different temperature. I guess some general information to know. The entry for us was 60 per person, and then there are lockers available. They were 20 per person. Although you really don't have to lock your stuff in. It's so small, you can see your stuff when you leave it somewhere, or you know, it's a very safe country. Nothing is going to happen to your stuff. There is water available, but bring your own bottle, and there are some vending machines where you can buy water from as well. Have your correct swimming suit as well, because they are quite strict on these regulations, and just being appropriately dressed is also respectful. On the swimwear in particular, for women, it has to be a full swimsuit or anything close to that. A bikini is not allowed. There are 3 slots for entry, and they really maintain the timing of that. So either you come in the morning, in the afternoon slot, or in the evening slot. It's so hot, and I think especially for people that are not used to this hot spring bathing culture, you know, 1 hour inside is gonna be way too hot already, and you will want to leave eventually. So. Just next to the public bathing place, there is a little museum. It's called the Plum House, and it is supposed to reflect the artwork of local people that live in and around Taipei and tell a little bit of their story. And while I sit here in this bath, I just reflect on the amazing experience we had in the public bathing house with the locals, because they were actually so sweet. They were explaining to us how to sit in the hot water, where to sit, were like giving us their little mats to sit on when we were cooling down, and really being so friendly. Thank you very much. Rita. Hey, let's put on the shoes back on. From the public bath, you can equally rent a hotel, either for a night or just a day pass to access more of a private hot spring setting. But this one right here was so authentic, so local, with lots of nice people. I think this is perfect. It is 4 p.m. now. We haven't had lunch yet or coffee. There's a supermarket in here. Also, there are lots of like vendors here, but they mainly sell eggs, and I kind of want something else than an egg right now. Let's check out the supermarket quickly. What should I do? What should I do? Okay, I'm taking one of these. I find it so interesting that the supermarkets here literally have like potato, sweet potato, on like this stone grill. And I love potato. That's amazing. Okay, I have my chicken here. Not something I was planning to eat, but it's gonna be amazing because all of the supermarkets here are amazing. We also got like a big sweet potato and a rice bowl. Time to try the sweet potato from this little oven. Wow, that is so good. This is my daily food here, really. I have it almost every day. It is sticky rice, and then inside you have some kind of fish. Today I have lobster and mayo, but usually I take the tuna. I find it the best. And then it is wrapped in that seaweed to give you like a little sandwich consistency. It's absolutely perfect. Next step of the day is to walk up to the thermal valley, and here you find like hot springs for your hands. Nice. Wow, that looks magical. Oh my God, I cannot imagine the temperature, because if it's steaming so much, must be like at least 100 degrees. Also, the steam brings you a smell of eggs. That is the smell that is a hot spring smell. And I can definitely like fully enjoy the smelly egg smell now, because this is a hot spring. This is the proof of it. I love it. Time to leave this magical place. I love it. Would definitely recommend to come earlier, because I think it would be smarter to do the whole city first, explore all these places, and then do the evening session in the public bath or the morning session. Now, once the thermal valley closes at 5 p.m, people have to leave, but you can actually climb up some stairs, and voila, you can see it from the top. It's not as close, but you can still see it. So if you're here after 5 p.m, you didn't get a chance, or you just want to spend a little bit more time. It's getting darker now. It is 5:35, and now all the tourists are heading home. We are still here, walking the streets, aiming to find like a little hot spring place to see how that is like, and to like relax for the end of the day. And now we are passing through this very residential area. It feels so homey. You see how this town actually lives beyond the tourists. Waiting at a bus station in every country is just its own little adventure, because look at that bus stop. Oh, bus is here. There he is. Ooh, that's a fast bus here. Out. The level of fastness is just crazy. They drive so fast here. And they definitely get everywhere punctual and fast, but woo, so hold yourself. The water is everywhere. Not only do you see it everywhere, you also hear it everywhere, which means you have this constant water flowing, relaxing sound around you. Smells like eggs even more here. Imagine boiling eggs and then forgetting about them for 3 weeks. And that's the smell. Wow, we just arrived at the foot bathing place. it looks insanely beautiful. You have trees all around, then the steam coming up from the water, and the valley itself. There are some like yellow elements, which I'm sure is some chemical reaction thing that I don't understand, but that has a strong meaning, I'm pretty sure. Of course, they are perfectly prepared here with benches all around with a perfect straight view onto the valley. And this is the perfect example of the beauty of nature. For me, it's like the steam coming out from the earth and the water boiling all around. Where else do you get to see it? You need to be in a region with volcanic activity. So for me, it's wow, just insane to see it. This right here is the actual sound that comes out from there. Just listen. Oh my lord, there's a sunset on the other side. I've seen only a peak of it. So far, that's day 3 now with amazing sunsets in a row. Taiwan, my heart is with you. I'm in love with this country. The sun has set and we are not giving up on the idea to bath our feet in the hot spring now to end the day. Let's see if it's still open. Are you serious? Snakes? There's a sign, be aware of snakes, but the snake is a really cute emoji, so... We came too late to the foot hot spring, but this is a really nice option as well. If you don't want to go to the public hot spring, then you just want to get your feet a little wet. This is the one, and it's free. Unfortunately, they also took out the water, I guess, for people like us that come here randomly at 6:35 and want to bath their feet. Paid with my Easy card also here on the bus. We made it to the city center of Beitou, and from here we're gonna be going to the MRT station. But before we head there, we want to explore what the city itself has to offer, and it looks like a lot. There are definitely too many food options here, so I want to ask them, hello, what is the most famous one that people like? And do they put bubbles inside? Bubble? Think about it? Okay, I'll think about it. Okay. We are searching for a tea shop, but all of them seem to have a ranking of 3. And 3 is one too low, at least 4. Momo is good, let's go to Momo. Do you guys also rely so much on Google ratings, or you just like, go for it? What's it red? Thank you. We were waiting on the red light and then this man came like, go, walk, follow me. And we did. The taro milk, those will have... Here we go, first sip. Yum, that is nice.
Really, I know it.
Perfect amount of sweetness. How's yours? Mine is better. So sweet. We got to meet the actual owner of this coffee shop, and she knows her stuff is good because she told us she makes the tea for her grandma and she's like 80 and drinking it. I'm happy we went for a good ranking because it's important to go for a good ranking. You're not only gonna get a really good tea, but a good experience too. I thought that the green walking path is only in Taipei city center, but it's also here. So now I wonder whether it's a thing in all of Taiwan. City of Beitou, or the district here, is really fun. The city vibe, there are shops, street food, lots and lots of people. Hello, you. The dogs here are always dressed in a little cute sweater. It's not even that cold. I love that. It's 19 degrees and the dog is more dressed than me. Claw machines everywhere. We walked up to the MRT station, the main one by Beitou. Still don't know if I'm saying this word correctly. 20 minutes later from Beitou station, we have arrived in Zongshan station, which is again a massive station. But we are heading on from here to go for dinner in Taipei. And if you've enjoyed this video and learned something new or just enjoyed watching it, please hit that like button and subscribe button to support me. And I will see you in the next video. Bye!